Head south out of New York City, down the New Jersey Turnpike, past the smelly refineries that stain your memories and the part of Jersey that sucks to keep Manhattan from floating away, and you'll find a New Jersey that looks like this: the Garden State. Small, family-run farms and orchards providing a wide variety of fresh fruits and vegetables. Sweet corn, leeks, potatoes, peppers, squash, zucchini, melons, potatoes, onions, some of the best tomatoes grown anywhere, and now, hops. Thanks to the popularity of the craft brew and home brewing industry, hops are making a comeback in backyard gardens all across New Jersey. Brewers use them to add bitterness, flavor, and aroma to the beers they make. If you're still drinking the pale, fizzy corporate stuff that we've been subjected to for years, you probably don't know what hops taste like. Dozens of varieties of hops, each with their own flavor profile, are usually dried, pelletized, frozen, or otherwise preserved. Fresh, wet hops right off the vine are available only once a year at harvest time. Brewers will have them FedExed in within a day of harvest, usually from the Pacific Northwest. Fresh, local hops are a rarity in New Jersey, and unless you know someone who grows them or you grow them yourself, you're out of luck. After successfully growing hops in their backyard for several years, best friends Art, Mary Lou, and Bo decided to take it to the next level by starting a commercial hop farm, the Oast House.
Right around the hop crisis or the hop shortage a couple of years ago, and we decided that, you know what, Mary Lou's got some farmland, let's go ahead and plant hops. And then, one thing led to another. We decided to do it as a Kickstarter project, and we got it going, and this year we planted. The Kickstarter project went for 30 days. We got our funding. We actually, with our own money, started basic construction of some of the poles and that kind of stuff, because we harvested them all off of the property. We started that about a week before our Kickstarter ended. We were just kind of hoping and praying that we would get our Kickstarter money, and then we did, and then the rest kind of fell into place after that. It was great because we got support from, friends and family, but we also got support from a lot of people throughout the country that we had no clue who they were. And then we've developed relationships with some of those folks, local folks that we had never met before or had met in passing, but never actually solidified some sort of relationship. And it's really been cool. We've met a lot of great people because of the Kickstarter project. Why hops? Well, because the craft brew industry or craft beer industry has been growing exponentially for the past 10 years or so. I think they claim 13 or 14% of the market, growth in the market every year. We talked about possibly a brewery, but it wasn't anything that any of us could sort of invest that kind of money in. And we said, well, there's still a market out there for the product that they need. And a lot of folks want locally sourced product for their beers. And so we looked at it and we kind of put it all together and said, this is a really good opportunity. We have the land, we have the know-how, and we have the, desire, and we decided to put it all together, and we chose hops. Cane is going to have all of our Cascades, which are the two lines that we haven't yet picked. We're going to pick them this afternoon. Everything on both of these rows we're given to Cane. So all of these hops here, anything that are on these lines, you'll see those are going to go all to Cane for hopefully a wet hop ale.
Michael Kane, you're here at Kane Brewing Company in Ocean Township, New Jersey. We've been here for about a year now. We launched in August of 2011, so we just celebrated our first anniversary. We do a lot of Hoppier America style ales and Belgian style beers. And one of the beers we have out now we're calling Oast House Head High. It's our regular Head High IPA with a second round of wet hops that we got from Oast House, which is a first-year hop farm in Wrightsville, New Jersey. We've been working with those guys since the beginning of the summer on different plans for some uses of the hops that they have. And basically what we came up with the first year was to take beer we already had and to add second round of dry hopping with hops that were picked the day before, so they were wet, they were super fresh. We put them right into the beer as is and gave them about 3 or 4 days to kind of sit in there and kind of absorb some of that kind of fresh flavor. And
these are nuggets, so not quite as aromatic as the Cascades out there, but they have a nice earthy flavor, almost a grassy flavor smell to them.
This is the Oast House Head High. Taste the fresh Cascades in there. You can taste it's got grassy notes. It's got just a really nice rounded feel.
The guys are really passionate about what they do. They ended up with a great product. It was a super fresh, super kind of vibrant Cascade hop that we used, and it added a nice kind of grassy, citrusy note to the beer that you don't normally get from hops that have been dried and pelletized and kind of sit in storage for a little while.
Well, hops obviously have the essential oils that are volatile, and those are going to dissipate over time, and they're going to lose water weight, and then it's going to affect the flavor. The faster you can get them in there, the faster or the more of the freshness that you can retain in the product. We're able to reduce the amount of time it takes to get the hop from the field into the glass. Quite literally, we could have had them here in 30 minutes because that's what it takes us to drive them from the farm to the brewery.
As you can see, it's a family affair here. We have our kids out working. Everyone's a part of the team here. These are destined for Kane Brewery in Ocean Township, New Jersey. Beautiful Cascade hops.
The beer made with these hops will be a unique local variation on an already great local beer. A short-lived treat for a handful of local boars and beer geeks lucky enough to try it.
I can't wait to be boiled in beer.
But it's more than just a recipe for great beer. It's a throwback to a simpler time, a nod to your neighbor, a conversation at the corner bar. For the family and friends of the Oast House, it's a harvest celebration. Each flower is carefully hand-picked from the vine. Each a small piece of a dream come true, made possible by friends, family, and a community of complete strangers. All brought together by 3 friends and an ancient social lubricant known as beer.
It's a small yield this year, but it's a start.